Right now, there are 40,000 female veterans living right here in Colorado. Women make up a growing number of veterans across the U.S. Since September 11th, almost 280,000 women have served in Afghanistan and Iraq. Women make up 1 of every 5 new military recruits and more than 14% of the 1.4 million troops now on active duty. And women make up an even higher percentage of reserves, which is why some Colorado lawmakers are looking to create a women's veterans office right here in our state. And here to talk about that is State Senator Angela Williams and Leanne Wheeler, who's with the United Veterans Committee of Colorado. And thank you both for being here today. I guess the question is, I mean, we see the growing numbers of women in the military, but why do we need a separate organization to provide support to women veterans? And I'll let you, Leanne, start.
Please, yes, it's a great question. What we're finding as women veterans as we engage the system that's designed to support us in our transition, and that's not a one and done kind of deal, and it's actually a number of phases to transition. So as women are engaging those systems, we're not finding the support, we're not finding the continuity in our continuum of care. It's just a lot of silo activity that happens that puts the onus on us to string together. Even as we're leading our homes, we're trying to work. We are the ones who are bearing the brunt of having to put those pieces together and doing that without a context of what is available and how to go about doing that.
So what are the issues that are unique to female veterans?
It's a great question. What we're seeing now is a higher divorce rate in our military service. We're seeing young women veterans as head of household. We are seeing these women with issues with their children. It becomes a composite issue as that woman's looking to transition, find living wage work comparable to what she did in service. How do I tend to my children, their health care and well-being? Those pieces are just not coming together for some women.
So this is your bill, Senator Williams, that is moving forward in the state legislature. I mean, I'm sure you've heard these stories multiple times. Is that what motivated you to take it to the legislature?
It did, Ann, and I was approached by women veterans, and I listened to their stories, and the culture, what I heard is that the current culture really does not support women and their needs as Leanne had described. And I want to make sure that women's needs are being taken care of. We're working with the State Veterans and Military Affairs Office. We sat with the Governor's Office. We're actually working with a lot of women out in the community to hear their stories and how we can help meet the needs. That's what's important to me. I've heard a need, and I believe that there is a need, a genuine need that we can address and make sure that women's needs and the veterans are taken care of.
So there are a lot of issues out there that you laid out, Leanne, for women veterans. So what are the needs? How would those needs be met? Where's the disconnect here?
I'll take that question.
Go for it.
Thank you. So the vision for the State Women Veterans Office is that director would convene across a continuum of care. So whatever might be needed in the moment, either that office will direct, do a warm handoff, help set a context for the receiving agency, and then partner to ensure that whatever process, procedures, or needs that are required in that particular lane are partnered, coupled with that woman veteran to achieve. So what we see now are the toss over the fence, the cold handoffs, or that not being offered at all. So if I might give you one example.
Please, yes.
We currently have an Operation Afghani Enduring Freedom woman veteran with a minor child with autism. She herself is 100% service connected in her disability, so she won't work a traditional job. She was met with a lot of unfortunately some patriarchal energy when she went to one of the existing agencies to say, here's what I need. And so she didn't go back. And so once she had that interface, once she left that agency, she did not go back. And so she's been struggling with her mental health, her physical health, her child is struggling, and they don't know which way to turn. And so that woman, for instance, makes up more of the women veterans than we know.
So do you view this as another example of how the military is letting our people just, you know, you've served your time and now we're just letting you go do your thing?
Well, it's difficult for veterans when they come back because they are in, you know, our armed forces are in a certain culture, you know, the military, and to transition from the military into, you know, everyday civilian life is a real challenge, is what I've heard. So we also see this office working with state government agencies to give women support, whether it be around mental health, behavior health, just basic health care services for women. And, you know, women come back and they want a career. You know, it could be one in which they're working with edit. You know, I want to start a small business, or how do I get workforce development and training to make that transition? I think that's very important that we take care of our veterans.
You bet. All right, so this bill comes up for a hearing on Monday, and we will be watching it, and best of luck to you both.
Thank you.
I understand the plight of what you're speaking. Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.